Welcome back, you beauties. We are here, ready and waiting with Game 2. Evil Geniuses taking on Mineski as, Mineski, they took Game 1.
They did.
And it looked really good.
They kind of snuck away with that one. I don't think that Evil Geniuses were prepared for what Mineski had in store for them.
No.
They played some pretty high team fight action, while Morphling was kind of tucked away and just getting the farm for the late game. And I think the EG lineup, it looked good for late game too. You have your Terrorblade getting more and more farmed. You have Ember kind of split pushing a lot, but a farm TB doesn't do anything if he gets black holed and there's nothing to stop it, you know? And there were a few missteps where they couldn't stop the black hole. If that's ever happening, then you're just straight up dead.
Okay, at some point you've got to win a team fight, and Evil Geniuses never really found that moment.
No, they got some good pickoffs here and there, but it wasn't decisive enough that they could get something big from it. So we'll see if they can sharpen up here for game 2. Definitely felt a little bit like they were not really playing at their peak. Not necessarily playing bad, but there were a few minor instances where they made mistakes that gave Mineski room to make their plays. Enigma gets banned out. Look at that. They're like, no, please, not again.
The KP respect.
KP played a phenomenal Enigma, but the setup was also great from his team. They worked good as a team in that game. So Drow still being banned out. I think EG is one of the scariest Drow teams out there. Always have been too. They just, yeah. Like historically, they've always been the team that, like, yeah, RTC Drow or something.
And now they have, Fly Visage.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't see that too much anymore. But Necro, the hero that was left in because of the Enigma ban, gets first picked by Mineski. There's an expectation there from EG. It's very deliberate. They ban the Enigma. They know that Necro is going to be let through. But first pick Necro. How do you feel about that straight off the bat?
I think that he's a powerful hero, but he does have a few hard counters, so it can be scary to go for him this early, but I don't dislike it. You can put him on the side lane, you can put him on mid. He has some versatility, that helps him out. Downside is, of course, if you ever get put in that scenario where the enemy have 2 lanes that are amazing against Necro, like say a Batrider on one, and then perhaps some just dual lane that he would struggle against on the other. Speaking of a dangerous dual lane, Bane and Mirana coming out.
I love that. I mean, you mentioned the Batrider. I mean, Batrider against Necro, Batrider and S4. You've got this kind of double-angled Batrider. But the Nyx Assassin looks beautiful.
Yes, he does definitely deter you from picking the Batrider in the first place. You don't want to play that against Spiked Carapace. It's super annoying. You might just get caught out. Anytime you try to pull someone else out, the Nyx will be there and bother you.
It's also a nice shift away from Undying, I feel. It's quite natural to be like Necro Undying, aggressive dual lane. You have Soul Rip into Ghost Shroud, and that feels good. But then you're picking Undying into like a Mirana with that attack speed.
I'm so happy Mineski are not playing Undying anymore. They played it 2 games, I believe, yesterday, and I was not happy with the way that those games worked out for them. I felt like most of the time they were just feeling kind of useless on Mushi. And, they got to that point where they just end up feeding away gold with Undying. You don't want to get to that point. So playing more active heroes, heroes with stuns, heroes with kill potential, that's what I want to see them do. Because ultimately, Undying can be great, but I prefer him in just a 2v2 lane where the enemy are preferably having at least 1 strength hero and heroes that want to go close together.
Yeah.
Like, if that's the case, then Undying is fine. If it's not the case, then it's so difficult to play it. It's a very hard hero to play.
It is a pretty tough one. EG taking their sweet time. Going into the second phase of bans. There's the Morphling removal.
Yeah, a little bit. Perhaps respect again, just realizing that JT did do a lot of work, even with him being shut down in the early game. He still recovered, still did what he needed to, and he still carried the game at the end. So taking away that hero, but there's still plenty of options for carries here. The only one that was really banned out is the Drow, right? So we have pretty much everything available. You got the PL, you got the TB, you got whatever you want, really, to pair up here.
You've got a Broodmother as well if you want to throw that into the mix as well.
Please just remove it.
Mineski. Broodmother.
Come on. Mineski, you know what to do. You banned it 5th or 6th last time, but might as well ban it now. Just don't give it a chance for Broodmother.
I have seen Necros do reasonably well in that Brood 1v1 though.
They,
Double Stout Shield Necro.
they can do decent. Yeah, honestly, Stout Shields are great on even range heroes against Broodmother. It's a good idea, but...
Because I think Double Stout like blocks the majority of all the small and like 70-something% of the big spiders.
Yeah.
It's like pretty good.
It's gonna do almost all the...
On ranged heroes
yeah,
anyway.
Yeah. It's gonna block almost all the damage. If you're a melee hero, it does block all the damage.
Yeah.
But on range heroes, it's enough that it helps you. I think I kind of prefer just one Stout Shield if I'm against Broodmother, because you don't want to commit too hard. You lose all your stats by going 400 gold in Stouts. Either way, though, I think if there was one hero in Dota that I could just permanently ban and never have to worry about again, it would be Brood.
Probably.
So annoying. I say this as a person with like a lot of experience playing in teams and tournaments. Like, if you play pubs, you don't worry that much. It's like, oh, it's a Brood. But if you play in like tournaments, it's very different. Brood that changes the game too much.
So much focus has to go towards just handling her. Not just in laning stage, but controlling your own jungle. You know, you have to place... if you're on dire side, you have to ward your own like southern shrine to spot if he's farming in that jungle.
Yeah. We're going to see another carry ban here by EG. So removing the TB and then picking up the Earth Spirit. I kind of feel like they're putting themselves in a susceptible spot to Phantom Lancer, though. Bane is not that good against Phantom Lancer. He's like, he doesn't do well when he gets overrun.
I feel like PL and Alchemist here are two pretty big picks for Mineski.
Yeah. Alchemist, you got to be a little bit careful about when you pick. If you pick it later on, it can be really nice. If you pick it now, for instance, you'll probably just run into the secret effect where they just hard counter you with a lane pick. But yeah, PL is...
Like that Veno. Oh, yeah.
PL is definitely an open option here that would not be easy to counter in EG's shoes. Otherwise, they could just go more patiently, pick a support now, and wait. But I like the idea to take the PL, because you might even be taking it away from EG. They might still want to play it themselves.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. One of those... honestly, I still feel like this kind of third pick spot is so important to really, you know, outline your draft and block picks against your opponents, and it sets the dynamic pretty hard.
It does, and it's at least in EG's case, when you're the first one to show your third pick, it shows your intentions so much. So you have to think a lot. They went with the showing one more support, so it's the Bane and the Earth Spirit. You pretty much know how the rotation is gonna play out. Ooh, they go with the Silencer against Bane now. An instant troll.
Not even a second to think about it.
Oh, they were clicking that before they picked.
Pre-clicked,
yeah,
already and raring to go. So global, you mentioned earlier on against the Bane, it's pretty damn nice, but against Mirana, pretty exceptional as well, stopping the triple leaps from coming out.
Yeah, it can be nice for locking her down a little bit, and I like the idea of Troll Warlord here. Can bring a lot of damage. Slark? Alright, we're going into uncharted territory here. I haven't seen a Slark in ages, man.
Waka? Where are we? What's happening?
What year is it?
What year is it? So first off, let's start with the Troll Warlord here, because it's something that from time to time it comes out, but in my experience watching, usually against the Phoenix, you get that attack speed, you kill Supernova. What does Troll bring here apart from just that raw damage for EG?
Well, I mean, that is pretty much what he does bring. He's also fairly hard to gank. He has a lot of HP, so if you don't have the best heroes to bring him down, then he can be farming away quite happily. I see a lot of trolls managing to get quite a bit of gold, just by the fact that they're so hard to gank and get a kill on. You always think like Morphling or something when you think like difficult carry to shut down, but troll, honestly, not the easiest. So it might be just that they add more attack speed as well for the Mirana, of course. It does provide some extra damage coming out from her. It allows them to take Roche much more easily.
That's a big one, I feel.
Which is probably the biggest part, because Mineski have no way to take Roche right now. And EG have secured Roche just by Arrow and Troll. Very easy to do now. And then you just have the fact that Arteezy, if he's going to be the one to play the Troll, he plays a fantastic Troll. Like, his Troll is really, really strong.
And then you do have the Slark, and sure enough, Dark Pact can get you out of Arrow, Fiend's Grip, Earth Spirit nonsense. Against a Troll, sure enough, you can like dispel off that blind from the Whirling Axes and sit on the Troll.
I feel like the Slark has a lot to do with that Mirana was picked. Yeah, it's pretty decent against Bane in many ways, but I mostly feel like this is because you
10
can stop
seconds
Mirana from
remaining.
leaping away.
Mhm.
So it goes the same way as Silencer. You have made it very
5
difficult now
seconds
for
remaining.
Mirana to have her survivability that she normally does. But yeah, Slark is not really a common hero by any stretch of the imagination in the current patch. But he can work. Dota is a very forgiving game right now in terms of what picks are possible. We have seen, of course, the meta has shifted a lot into these Lucian heroes again, with Morphling PL and TB. But I'm still open for picks like this. Ooh, I love it. That is such a good pick here.
Pugna Necro Nix.
Well, Pugna Necro together is amazing. First off, just the damage that you have is great. You have the double save onto Necro. If he first ghosts, maybe even first Decrepify, then ghosts, and then Decrepify again. It can be very hard to kill with right clicks. But it's more the aggressive option here. You add a lot of pushing power by having Pugna. You always do. And they needed this. They needed a way to take the towers.
5 seconds
But
remaining.
primarily, he's just going to be amazing against Troll. You decrypt the Troll in the fights, and
What does he do?
unless he has BKB, he has to run away. So this is really beautiful. And they have so much magic damage in their team. Even Slark is a carry with a lot of magic damage. So the decrypt can be really powerful here.
And Pugna's so hard to lane against in these dual lanes as well, I feel. Like, he's speedy, he's hard to trade hits with, and he does
Yeah.
a lot of damage early on. Like, level 1, his base damage is reasonably good.
Pugna Nyx is powerful lane, for sure. It's going to be quite strong. I think those two are the ones you put together here and just have the Silencer protecting the Slark. It's going to be annoying, for sure. I wonder what EG feel about this. They need, of course, looking towards probably S4's hero, right? Unless he's playing the Mirana, which he could do, of course, but...
So I would kind of say that the way that this Mirana's gone, being first picked, and then you've got the Silencer and, as you mentioned, the Slark kind of dealing with her somewhat. I feel like S4 will be kind of slotted in onto that.
Yeah, it could be, for sure. And then you just get something more comfortable for CCNC, perhaps.
But I don't know how the dynamic has changed with CCNC being there. Maybe they feel that they want to give S4 a bit more room, and CCNC takes maybe a bit more of a backseat.
The issue if you put Mirana on S4 is that you might not have the best hero to go in the fights. The Troll might just get decrypt, and then that's the end of his story. But if you have something more like a true offlaner, like a Doom or like a Centaur, you could find yourself going in. All right, they're just going to go full right click. So it is S4 on the Mirana. And that's going to be a TA mid against Moon's Pugna mid, it looks like.
Oh, so KP's on the Necro this time.
Yeah, that's how they're doing it. Febby on his Nyx, Mushi on the Silencer. JT, of course, going to take the Slark.
Pugna versus TA.
Yeah.
Farm trade?
Uh,
Like, it's annoying harass from both people.
It can go both ways, honestly. It kind of depends on the players and how it's played. Many of the TA matchups are actually volatile, I will say, that either one can win. I find Pugna to be annoying as TA. I find him to be quite annoying. Not necessarily that he kills me, but that he can beat me in CS quite a bit. But, of course, CCNC, he has some beautiful TA cosmetics there, I personally like it. He's got some of my cosmetics in there, mixed in with the best hairstyle for TA. Cosmetic-wise, I think he's got this.
9 out of 10?
Yeah, it's up there. 9.5, actually.
Damn.
Yeah.
Big scores for CCNC's cosmetics.
That's pretty big.
Not too bad. But yeah, like, Pugna just, like, right-clicks TA's refraction off and, like, yeah, have fun.
Well,
shoves the lane with blast.
It's the Decrepify on low levels that's super annoying. You don't have a solution to it. When the creeps go low HP, you're going to get decrypt, and then you will watch Pugna deny you. And
stand take a CS.
Yeah, and then he's going to start hitting you and taking your refraction away. It's just very difficult. So you have to be really on point with what you do. You want to control... I have a theory about this TA versus Pugna. It's almost like playing against Tinker in the sense that, they make it so you can't hit for a little while with laser, same thing. So the idea is you want to only allow one creep to be low HP at a time. This is pretty advanced lane balancing, though, because obviously the enemy creeps are hitting your creeps are hitting their creeps. And you only want to allow one creep to be low, so he doesn't get a last hit and a deny for decrepping you. If he gets 2 of them, that's bad. So it is advanced. I'll be keeping my eyes peached on his mid lane. I want to see what he does.
Absolutely. I mean, that is some serious stuff there. If you're really kind of micromanaging the HP of your lane creep.
You most definitely do. This is everything matters, and the minor details here. We'll see how that goes. Both the Oh, Pogna is running down to place a ward, but T actually does not go with the lane ward. KP Enigma. Scared.
I'd be scared.
Yeah, I mean, he was the one who got solo black hole and got caught out. KP is a player, man. KP is a player. I loved watching him on Newbie.
Nice concept.
Concept.
What's RTZ talking about?
I don't know.
He's just dropping words.
He's smoking something.
That kid's got to be on Mali or something.
Yeah, something.
Something. KP Febby bottom, like you said, the Necro and the Nyx together. RTZ Troll down alone. Should be getting help from at least one of these EG supports as we move along. For now, it will be S4 and Fly on the Mirana Bane, and Crit Earth Spirit moving through mid. CCNC's home, just shifting down towards bottom. Spotted by the Obs ward, though.
Yeah, pinged like a million times as well. Like, he's here. They're gonna go run to him, but they want to take the bounty instead.
Yeah, do we catch and kill, or do we grab many bounties?
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be a 2 for 2, so pretty fair trade here on the bounty runes. Nothing too weird. There's a lot of pings that Bane is running back. I think he is warning about courier snipes coming out, or Bane coming towards mid. He's gonna find him though. He's gonna be like, nope, never mind. He's on me.
Is Fly gonna go for a nightmare and some punches here?
He's just making sure he doesn't body block.
That's all. I can trust you guys.
Because I've seen quite often, I think mainly on this bottom lane, like an Undying or a Phoenix will come in and cast some spells and piss off the hero coming in.
Yeah, I think skilling Nightmare is too big of a setback though. Okay. It's really expensive, and then you have Nightmare level 1, which is hard. But he's gonna go with it now, since they do have the Sleep Arrow. Sleep Arrow was used though. It's good against a solo here. If you're against someone who's completely alone, Nightmare is amazing.
A bit of a scrap down bottom. Roll in with the ranged axes. Death Pulse here required from KP, surely.
Mushi, he gave up on the courier snipe, but he would have gone it, but he TP'd top instead to help out Slark. Like, the courier was just coming in as he was standing there.
Yeah, I took a look at him for a second. It was standing on that tier 3 for like 10-15 seconds. Mushi just got a little bit bored of waiting. But mid lane, Moon already getting a lot of splash damage applied from those side blades.
Yeah, he has to be careful with his positioning. He's in very low HP on Pugna.
And one more. Oh, Fairy Fire, nice.
So close.
Oh, this is very tight in this lane, isn't it? CCNC's looking for that extra bit, but Moon will bring out the salve. Both of them salving up at this moment. Top lane, we do have a go from the Slark onto S4. And there we see the power of the pounce, but
Arrow?
Nightmare into Arrow equally as powerful. JT moves back in towards the Mirana. It looks like Mushi's already gone though, and first blood drawn by Fly on the Bane. Now Slark trying to trade hits here with Fly. He's doing a substantial amount of damage, but the Brain Sap there proving to be a vital tool for EG to really get an advantage in this lane.
Yeah, mid lane is going pretty heavily TA's way so far. He's doing a good job landing the side blades. Since he has good positioning, and Moon, despite having that high movement speed, hasn't really been able to dodge the side blades enough. Bottom lane, it's looking like Necro is getting quite a bit of farm, but so is Troll. It's honestly not the easiest lane for either team.
Especially with this crit Earth Spirit just rolling in non-stop, but a sick 2-man from Febby with that impale. Will slow them all down, and maybe a bit of damage onto crit there as well from KP. It's usually, I mean, this bottom lane is...
It's almost impossible to harass the Nyx, it feels like, because he has Stout Shield and 2 Mangoes, so his HP regen is super high, and then you have Necro Heal as well. So it's so hard to go on him.
CCNC, what's going on middle? Another salve, a Mango. As crit, oh, he does die bottom.
Take your eye off for 1 second.
1 second, I mean, I literally, oh, Moon is maybe dead here. Nice decrep will buy him time. The speedy little green skeleton man gets away from TA. But this is really dangerous from Moon. 9 and 2 with an 14-6 of TA.
He's losing control of the mid lane entirely right now. And CCNC is going to start owning this lane unless there's some gank coming in.
I mean, both of them are like spamming gold on salves and stuff like that, so their net worth is pretty even if that CS is massively in favor of the TA. But missing out on this period of like 30 seconds is disastrous for Moon, right?
Exactly. Backing to base right now is very hurtful, and you can see CCNC what he's doing is just holding the lane, trying not to push too much. So he's making sure to wait a lot before attacking, and he's doing a good job just utilizing the fact that he forced his enemy back to base.
Moon will
full
return.
level ahead.
Down bottom, we catch the tail end of KP dropping. Febby being chased with another rolling boulder onto him. Febby turns with a stun, but I think the damage has been done here. Orb of Venom on crit slows Febby down. Ranged axes, the boulder smash will finish him off as KP arrives back in the lane.
I wish he wouldn't have dropped the boulder and just kicked him instead. Would be so stylish, just kick him down in the river.
Get out of here. CCNC with a lucky regen grab.
Yeah, regen rune helps a lot here, getting full mana again, and he's just running up. I like the decision not to try and sideblade there, just run at the hero instead. Very often people are dodging sideblade, but they forget that you can just attack them straight as well.
Yep. So much damage from that refraction. CCNC doing an exceptional job in that mid lane. S4 and Fly top. Nightmare there onto the Dark Pacting Slark. Mushi trying to hold his own. Already 2 deaths up on him. Has to be very wary.
Lane, some damage on KP, but he's going to be able to get away.
Oh, the 5-minute runes. Yeah, crit rolls forward. He's preempted it. Does he take both of them here? Oh, the slow from the Ghost Shroud looks like it's going to be enough just about to keep crit away from Bounty Rune and maybe get a kill as well. He's trying to dodge the Impale, but that will be the end of the Earth Spirit. No, maybe not. The kick into the roll and crit is a god. You absolute beauty. He's got away.
No. Fairy Fire saved his ass as well.
No way.
Really nice. Mid lane, a little bit of a kill attempt even. TA chasing down here, trying to get to Pugna.
Oh, with the trap. This might just be enough. One more hit, and that is it.
Kill. Yeah, now the mid lane is completely decided. Pugna is out of this, and he needs help. He is 2 levels behind now. This is absolute disaster.
Level 7. Against, like, literally level 5.
Yeah.
Oh, Slark. I don't know if he meant to pounce onto Fly, because they're pinging the shrine now. Yeah, he goes for the shrine usage. And Fly contesting pulls against Mushi. Top lane has been very awkward for both teams, it feels like. Now, especially as Fly trying to bait the arrow in, but the Dark Pact there from JT will get him away from dodge. Like, bot lane has just been, like, fighting, not really awkward or messy. It's just been people clashing.
There's a lot of action on every lane. Every lane is very dangerous for both teams.
Everyone trying to find that little edge over their opponents. Oh, look at that. CCNC with the...
Yeah, you need to control the sentry ward mids against TA, or if you are TA. Bottom lane, we see again some fights. They're just looking to deal damage whenever they can. EG are being the aggressors on this lane.
KP there with a nice amount of burst regen, but now with no wand, no Ghost Shroud. Crit takes that opportunity and tries to exploit it by moving forward. Fly, Brain Sap level 2. 8 stick charges as well. Mushi and JT running out of gas in this top lane.
Moon with the first rotation of the game here, going to bottom lane as Pugna, trying to get something done for his team. He has not been spotted.
Feels a little bit desperate, but if they get some kills here, it'll be worthwhile. Crit pops the stick. RTZ, he's running out of this, but I think he might just be dead. I don't think Crit has anything to save him, but RTZ's going to turn and burn, gets the kill and runs away. The stun missed RTZ. Oh, dearie me.
The fact that he lives on RTZ is crazy, but that was a really nice body block by Moon. He tried to save his Necro by body blocking and tanking the Earth Spirit roll. That was some pretty heads-up play, but not enough to save his team. And in the end, EG are going to be happy with that.
Absolutely. Absolutely over the moon with it. RTZ. I just don't know how he's like in the middle of 3 heroes. And he somehow
that could be
survives.
a kill mid. He trapped him.
Oh,
Pugna
Moon.
slowed down.
That's another one. 2 solo kills in a row from CCNC's TA.
I'm very proud. I'm very proud watching this. It makes me happy.
Some beautiful stuff from CCNC.
He's in a great spot. He's going to have an incredibly fast blink dagger.
Mineski. Shades of yesterday, a little bit out of sorts.
He's hunting for more. He's going for Mushi now.
Oh, goodness me. Mushi!
Yeah, walk too close. This TA is super strong.
She's nearly level 10 at 8 minutes, you know?
Yeah, that's incredible. I've not seen that in quite a while.
And then she's not even had to go back for ancient. Oh, Moon's just straight up dead again.
You're dead?
Oh dear, that's life drain. It's buying time. It's lasting a decent duration there.
All right.
So CCNC thought he could meld and just stay in Viz, but it's changed recently where that life drain doesn't care about vision.
Yeah, it doesn't stop it. He doesn't have drain now though. Oh, he has it again. Just a repeat.
Moon finally able to somewhat handle CCNC when he runs in towards him.
It's all about who gets level 6 first, honestly. Like, if you have level 6 first on Pugna, you can do the same bullying to TA as she did to Pugna in this game. So that's why I say it's a volatile matchup. We have a little bit of a pause.
Good luck, have fun. That's the best one. Or be kind to new players.
Yeah.
Wholesome tips from Dota 2. Moon getting tapped by the trap in the back, and there's another one placed just in case he moves through, but they've got a backup plan here with crit rotating in. Moon double damager and probably feels reasonably strong here, but a stun and a silence from crit could put an end to that life drain. They've come in and they've seen him. There they go. Decret blast, not going to land.
Meanwhile, there was a kill on top lane with the arrow from S4. He's also hunting for this Slark as much as he can. Bane.
There's no Dark Pack now and no level 6. Oh, Slark was maybe susceptible there to getting killed off, but makes his way back behind that tier 2. JT, he's just being zoned out of his jungle, zoned out of his lane. Fly is playing this very aggressive forward man, bullying people away from any of their farm
Reminds me a lot
areas.
about Puppy's Bane, doesn't it? When he just runs places, like, sure, now you're probably gonna die once here, but maybe not even.
Like,
he's in trouble, but he's alive.
He is still alive. Arcane Curse, it's not going to finish him off there. Mirana, Bane both escape. So they force 3-man rotation, they force a sentry, they keep their ward up. That's so many, and Bane survives. I mean, it's so many wins and so many ticks in the boxes for EG there.
Yeah, for sure is. For sure is. They're having everything going their way. Mid, Febby with his Invis rune, but it was seen by the Radiant ward, so I'm not going to get lucky on TA here.
CC&C. A couple of
mangoes. Yeah, I kind of wish you would do a little bit more clarity, but I can appreciate in the early laning stage. I love mangoes for mana, but since TA has such an easy time keeping clarities alive with refraction, I would love to see him with more clarity. There's so much more value. Top lane, S4 is the target here from the Nyx. He can't really find him though, in his fake vendetta, in this Nyx level 5.
He'll get the stun to start it off. And with Moon's movement up to top, that will be S4's death, finally.
Yep.
First one of the game. 10-3 though, EG really are in a commanding lead.
It is going to come at the cost of the mid tower though. You go for that kill and immediately TA is pressuring mid, so tower is going to fall now. And that's a blink dagger as well. Bane in trouble. Probably going to go down here.
That's okay. That's okay, Fly. Don't you worry, my little guy. You're level 4 and Mushi's level 3 at 11 minutes.
He's the gank tank, isn't he?
He really is. And they've got some catching up to do though. 600 net worth on Mushi. Silencer having a pretty sad game. The Cause doing okay in the middle of the pack there,
boy.
but you look at
mid lane.
What do you mean mid lane? What's he how?
He's in
TA,
trouble,
what are you doing?
Ew.
Leave him alone.
Level 3 decrep, long enough duration that you can TP out safely. Top lane, JT going down, and S4 chasing for Mushi as well.
Yeah, Mushi
juking.
Oh, not enough. One final arrow from S4. Finds the takedown, and Mineski in Struggle City. Arteezy's troll free farming down bottom, 5,200 net worth, level 9.
Every single core is having a dream start of the game. EG are, you know, looking like they woke up after that first game saying, whoa, we cannot get 2-0'd right here.
Hang on a second, what happened? Oh, we let them pick Enigma. That's apparently what happened.
KP Enigma. Big O face.
Big O face.
Big O face. Big eyes.
Very, very Monka-esque. CC&C.
Moon is rotating bottom. Nightmare was used. If he could run into the Bane, could be a kill.
Blink dagger from TA, already getting himself out of a potentially sticky situation. Mushi started things off. Could have had TPs come in to defend, but TA very swiftly moves away. And with that TA last pick, you know, we mentioned the troll with the Roshan capabilities, but TA adds in a lot there as well, right?
Yeah, the two of them can take Roshan pretty much at any point now. They just need an opening for it. But TA is pretty persistent about this mid tower. She wants the tier 2, knows that she can take it quite easily, and it is going down.
Mushi trying to move in and stop this. CC&C does have the blink to jump onto the silencer, but absolutely, look at Fly. We'll watch him as he moves in and potentially dies. Silenced up now. Brain Sap not coming because the Reaper's Scythe holds him in place. And the tier 2 still stands with Crit getting jumped upon by the Slark. They pop the Moonlight Shadow and they look to reset and rejoin this fight because S4 and Arteezy, they both arrive and they are strong.
Man, Fly playing like an absolute psychopath. Just going in. Oh,
They
nice
know
silence.
Slark has no ulti. They know he's got no ulti. Can't even pounce away. Necro and Silence, they're moving up high. They want to fight this.
Pugna behind them. Going in on RTC.
Coming in, Crit has the Boulder Smash. Stops that life drain one way or the other. S4 hit by the Arcane Curse. With one leap will jump down to the low ground. And EG, they do retract.
And meanwhile, TA is taking that mid tower. You
The
know,
blessed
persistent.
tower.
Yeah, finally it does go down. In the end, that was a lot of time invested from Mineski, and all they got was their Slark dying. That's not really what you want to have happen.
Go on, Fly. Level 6. That's all you need. Fiend's Grip isn't even particularly amazing this game, right? There's like Carapace, Global
there's a lot of
Silence,
stuff.
Dark Pact.
It still does add a little bit of threat, you know, makes it so that they have to care more about him. They can't just burn all their spells on something else.
Especially that Necro and Pugna. They do not want to get gripped. Very, very squishy.
Yeah, there's also just, you know, if Crit gets a silence on Slark, you might follow it up with a Fiend's Grip. There's something like that. Yeah, right now, looks like this RTC troll is finding a lot of time where he can just sit away and farm, and he's feeling pretty happy about things. Meanwhile, if you're running Pugna and Necro, you want to be the one in the driver's seat. You want to be pushing, dictating the pace of the game, and Mineski, they need to work to get to that point.
They do have some good vision down in the Radiant jungle, already having taken that tier 1 though.
Oh, Crit going in hard here, trying to kill the Pugna.
Do they have this? They've got the Battle Trance for the attack speed with that Maelstrom proccing the decrep. Won't even save him.
Yeah, the Starfall came down on a decrypt instead, so just taking more damage from that. TA still chasing for Necro a little bit, forcing out a TP.
No stuns.
Only TPing to a shrine. KP with a short one.
The efficiency play.
Yep.
Don't want to go all the way back to Fountain, but potentially the efficiency play might just have put them in a bit of danger. Mushi will be the one to tank it up. Still level 5, found by Arteezy's troll.
I'm so sure that Arteezy was like, come on, bro, give me. Like, I want the kill.
I want it. What's on the courier here for Mr. Arteezy? Full Yasha coming out towards that troll. So Mom Yasha, I kind of expect a BKB to come next. I don't know how you feel about it, but with this kind of item progression.
Or Blink. 2 options.
Okay. Well, here is the grip from Fly. Not enough time for Arteezy to get there.
Yeah, not gonna achieve too much. Forced Slark back to base at least, but like you said, the ulti is not amazing in this game on Bane, so it's not really that bad that you used it and didn't get more. You know, at least you got some value stopping Slark from farming.
And you forced his ulti as well, so he can't really go and make a play with the rest of his team, or else shouldn't feel safe doing so.
Yeah, might just be harder for him to farm aggressively as well.
They finally get the D-ward there. Mushi, unfortunately, not getting the gold, giving it across to the Slark, as Mushi runs around with 600 net worth, 2 obs, 2 sentries, and a magic stick.
That is one of the saddest inventories. But he does have a magic wand.
Well, the thing is, if he had a Windlace, I wouldn't feel as bad. You know, I've seen Banes and Silencers run around with Windlace, Magic Wand, and Observer Wards and a smoke or something, you know.
Watch a lot of PPD, do you?
FNG even, you know.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of players that
That's true.
really are very selfless.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think it's like kind of okay. But when you have no Windlace, it really does feel atrocious. Closing in on 20 minutes in this game.
I mean, it's not that fun to play without boots against some TA and Troll when both of them can just go on you. Even the Mirana leaping in on you. Like,
Yeah.
how are you supposed to be in a good position against that?
And CCNC with Desolator now.
Yeah, he's definitely hitting his timings here. He's played pretty aggressive. He could probably have had even faster timing on his items, but he decided to play very aggressive and keep the opponent away from farming a lot. So that is more worth it. And in the end, he is the most farmed by far.
It's probably one of the more interesting aspects of Dota 2, the kind of winning by, you know, attrition almost.
Yeah.
Trying to...
Taking away stuff from the opponent is definitely a big thing in competitive games.
remove those objectives, remove those item timings. So everything is pretty well planned out when you get into a draft and you know where you're heading. by like 10, 15, 20 minutes. You've got these kind of markers that you're aiming towards key moments. And right now, Mineski, we're still lagging behind. Slark, Shadowblade is a couple of 100 gold away. Necro currently sitting on treads and 3,000 gold, so KP has a lot of money to spend, but it seems indecisive so far on what actually to buy, and in fact he might just die before he can make that choice. S4 and Crit moving in. They do have a Nyx in behind with the Carapace and the Vendetta. Where's his stun though? KP pops the Ghost Shroud, they turn with the arrow, and Febby, he doesn't really have anything he can do.
That's an optimistic TP right there.
Was his Vendetta ending?
Well, I think he kept running, actually. I didn't pay attention to his Vendetta.
40-second duration, 70-second cooldown.
Yeah.
So it was up for like another 10 seconds.
He could have run. He could have run, I think.
I think he could have.
But the TP from Necro, I mean, the arrow was never used, and she's standing right next to you.
Just hope they forget. And here we go. EG in for more. It's going to be 4. Mineski, bottom lane, top lane, whatever lane in your own jungle. You're going to get hunted and killed, and Moon might not be safe either. Found by a trap, does have TP with a decrep there, but Moon, unfortunately, nowhere to hide. Arrow will slide on by, not going to catch the this little Necro. He's not a Necro, he's a Pugner.
Yep.
They're both green, but they are different. In comes the Bash, the Nightmare, every stun to stop the TP. And Arteezy is on a monster kill streak on this troll. 8-0-2. Evil Genius is absolutely dominating.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely drawing dead on Mineski right now. This laning stage was way too tough for them. I think it's really hard to do anything about the way the game is going right now. And Febby not gonna get any of the bounty runes either.
Moon likes that little chat wheel, doesn't he?
He does.
He's a big fan. There we have it, BKB troll. TA working. Oh, I mean, nearly has one, to be perfectly honest. TA is pretty much on BKB with Aegis. They move in onto Crit, though. Reaper Scythe will finish him off. No, it doesn't. JK, he's actually still alive with a magic wand. He dies now to the Silencer. And it's level 1. Oh, yeah, it's level 1 Reapers. I thought maybe it would be level 2, but KP still level 11. Found and killed by the rest of Evil Geniuses as they trade 1 for 2. Not too bad.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice stuff there from EG. Buying back on the Earth Spirits. They want to do something right now. They know that Necro ulti is down. Time to push. A little bit weird buyback, you could definitely say, but they just don't want to waste time.
So I'm pretty sure Necro was level 9 when Bane was level 5, and now they're basically the same level.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to get levels when Fly is just running around following the kills happening.
True.
Of course, are just murdering people.
Slark Shadowblade. Item 1. I don't know if it's going to be enough. They've got Glimmer Aetherlands over on the Pugner. Necro still with about 3,000 gold saved up in the bank, but if you're not spending that money, it is sunk into absolutely nothing.
Febby trying to set up top, but he doesn't have Spike Carapace. He used it already, so he can't really stun her like that. And again, there is an Aegis on TA. Can't really do too much to her.
Febby scouting very deep. Connecting with a Slark and shoving reasonably well on that tier 1.
Yeah, I mean, the triple BKB now being up on the side of EG.
Oh, right.
At 22 minutes in, all their cores have BKB. This is just looking like they're building to be ready to go high grounds and no matter what.
Yeah, and CCNC clearing out top wave, cutting that out. So the split push will come to an end. Slark, as well as this Nyx Assassin, they're going to have to cut this wave here, it feels like, and then come back. I don't know if they can just go straight back to their base because the fight not happening just yet. So they will stick around quite patiently until EG make their move. Fly with a sentry there, making sure these TA traps do stay up and running.
Yeah, you need sentries. I mean, there's both Nyx and the Slark as well, right? So there's the TA traps, but there's also just having vision against the setup.
And they really have bunkered Mineski down on this base. You could see the lines being drawn a couple of minutes ago.
Oh, look at Crit. They see him now. Are they going to go on him? No, they just ran past him. Didn't even ping him.
They're pinging him now.
Pinging him now. That was a little bit late.
Are they looking for a bigger target in the back or scared of TPs?
If you're Mineski, you take any targets. Yeah. I would kill their courier. You know, like anything. A kill is a kill.
A kill is a kill.
Wise words.
Very, very wise. But yeah, the lines in the sand, they have been marked out. EG control 90% of this map right now, while Mineski, they are locked.
It looks too funny, Febby and JT with their farming trip, where like Febby is the bodyguard. He's like, yes, I shall follow you.
I will hold your hand until the end of days.
Maybe he can snipe the courier. It's out there.
I just wonder what Mineski have done to deserve this, because house arrest is no joke.
Well, I mean, they did win really hard in the previous game and black hole people and stuff.
And then, what, Arteezy just slapped a couple of ankle monitors on them.
Yeah.
Put a curfew on them. Don't leave your base after 23 minutes. We will be calling the police.
That is pretty much what's happening right now. It's very sad to watch. It's a very sad situation to be in if you're Mineski.
But Mineski do have a sleeper cell. They've got the two little terrorists in the back, the Slug and the Nick the Assassin.
That's true. They've dug a hole. Breaking out.
They found a way through. Crit is still trying to hunt for them. Hello. Slark, Shadowblade, dusted up.
Yeah, but he purged the dust, so.
Just got the dark packed off
nicely.
No,
Necro is trying to leave base.
S4. Nino, here comes the police. Marana, he's going to try and lock up KP here. He's moved out of his house, and this is unacceptable. Necro, stunned, silenced, and would you believe it? Slaughtered.
Mushy on the mid lane.
No!
Thought he was free as well.
Don't break the law.
Trying to go out on the map.
Evil geniuses are the law.
Yeah, they truly are in this game. There's really nothing that you can do about it as well. At this point, they just lost lanes too hard, and now they're drawing dead. I mean, I like to keep a game as live as long as possible, but they would need a miracle to turn this one around.
And a real-life, actual miracle.
Yeah.
Traps onto Febby. Moon glimmered up, but nowhere to go. Another Mist Impale opens it up now for EG to swoop forward. Febby decrap, though. Not an amazing target, and they will just focus those barracks. Top lane entirely gone. They move in again with the Marana jumping forward. They want that Nyx Assassin, but another nice little decrap there.
Gonna invest and run away a little bit. Try to reset. They could always chill and wait for Roshan, which is gonna be up soon. They took one lane. They could take Shrines and then go Rosh.
We still have BKBs, right?
They do. They didn't use any of them, I think. Yeah.
I don't believe they did.
All of them are still in 10 seconds.
10
It's the threat of BKB. It's not the BKB itself.
Oh, yeah. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Arteezy didn't get hit by the carapace there some way, somehow. Dodges the Impale as well. And with that hit, with the bash, Febby down for 40 seconds. With buyback available, very likely he'll have to pop it ASAP because EG, they are moving into the position. They are assuming the position right now. KP, he's down on his luck and down on the bottom of that ramp. Luckily, EG not in a position to actually go in for a fight just yet.
I think EG are just going to wait like roughly 3 minutes and then go for the finish, most likely. They're taking out the shrines right now, starting on both shrines at the same time. Well, you can fight both the enemy shrines with one hero on both sides and not have a worry about the enemy ganking you.
Like, no fear.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing that you're worried about. But I was very surprised when they picked the TA, and I think so was Mineski. And in this game, I just think they played really well on CCNC. He laned it very well. Of course, he's no newcomer to TA. He has quite a few games on it.
JT out of his base and dead to Marana Bane without using Fiend's Grip.
Yeah.
I didn't see how it happened, but it happened.
He just dies so fast. There's the bashes stuff, you know?
He's got Desolator queued up on his Slark. Not sure where that's heading to.
Yeah, he wants to push harder.
As the Reaper Scythe onto the BKB, S4 stays pretty happy as they now dismantle the barracks in this bottom lane. Marana leaping out as BKB's... Yeah, Arteezy popped his BKB.
A pretty weird BKB pop by RTC. He was low HP, but he was also so far away from all the enemies by the time he did. I was very surprised by it. He's gonna TP away in solo shrine. It's the best kind of shrine.
Scythe of Vice coming up for the TA as well.
Yeah, she has the full thing. And, I mean, they did do some damage bottom, but right now is the only time that Mineski can do something. They're gonna smoke and move all the way around, is what they're drawing. Roshan is up. They should know about that too. At least they could be.
And they move straight in. Arteezy should make pretty short work of this. Febby, Mushi, KP from the north. JT Still pretty low HP, but will get back up with the Shadow Dance. Finishes his Desolator and brings it out on the Courier. Roshan on about 60% health, but the smoke from Mineski still shifting forwards. They're looking for a target, and they want to make a play happen right here, right now. Observer what is there from EG, and the arrow slides on by, tries to catch Moon's Pugner, but a quick D-ward will make sure EG have that vision advantage yet again.
Yeah, they hex the Nyx, but they don't quite get him. Arteezy just swinging away here. Mineski struggling to find a way to go in. Do it, Silencer, I believe in you.
Well, there's Aegis, and there is Cheese. Febby getting jumped on, trapped and slowed. S4 with no arrow. But Febby, Glimmer Cape and Vendetta ready now. Can he get away? He's holding Vendetta. Carapace. And the chase onto Moon. I'm not sure what Moon was doing, but he gets caught trying to save Febby. Dead for 50 seconds.
He was trapped as well. There was a trap ready waiting for him after he gets hit by that. Easy pickings.
27-6. I think this series is about to be tied up. Evil Geniuses closing out on Mega Creeps as mid lane drops.
The Desolator Slark is here, dude.
Okay, here we go. JT, ready to go.
He got the damage.
Cheese TA, Aegis Troll, Reaper Scythe in the back. They'll get crit. That's a kill on a hero in Dota 2, but they've got the Fiend's Grip onto KP. With the global over the top, they cancel it out and save the Necro for now, but they've lost the Slark. Febby's in trouble, and it looks like a 5-man wipe is on the cards. GG is called before it happens, but Mushi, can you get back in the fountain? Mushi, the miss uphill. Run. Mushi! No! That's a 5-man wipe, guys.
They're all dead.
That game was over like 15, 16 minutes ago.
Yeah, I mean, they took the slow process of just playing it out in the correct way, making sure that, you know, for some stupid reason, they would just throw it away. EG playing very controlled in that game. They did lose the first one, though, so we end up with a draw between Mineski and EG. I think Mineski have to feel good about this. I mean, maybe not right now in this very instance after losing that game, but when I look back at it, that was not a bad outcome for them.
No, like absolutely not. And we're having a lot of draws in these best of twos. We're having a lot of 1-1s. And I'm still trying to figure out, you know, we talked yesterday whether it was kind of about drafting, if the kind of just draft advantage from that 5v5 has already set the bar to a certain level, or if these teams are just, you know, on the level, reasonably balanced in terms of drafting and play style, and we're just having this kind of shift from one to the other, and they're kind of flip-flopping back and forth in these series. I want best of threes.
I think there's definitely the argument that they are sort of even, but I think in this case, I would say Mineski did a good research and were very prepared in the first game, whereas EG were not prepared for the fact that they would play such a strong Enigma. I mean, they were even writing about it in Game 2. They respected that a lot afterwards. So I think in a 2-game series, anything can happen, really. If a team comes in well prepared, they could beat a stronger team any day. But that was quite a strong showing still from Mineski in Game 1, and EG, of course, looking good in Game 2. They never died on TA, never died on Troll. They played pretty much a perfect game there.
Spectacular.
You cannot say that they made any real mistake on EG in Game 2. Everything was crisp.
We do have to, maybe not worry, but we do have to kind of consider the next series for EG as well. Because against Mineski, you know, going 1-1 might be a good warm-up for them to get kind of prepared and sort of level their heads up against Vici Gaming. But you also wonder, you know, that Game 1, did it unsettle them? You
probably feel happier with the fact that you lost the first game, but then you won, and you won in a very convincing fashion in Game 2. Now they're in a good momentum, because they're heading into a game against Vici Gaming. Yeah. That will be a tough one. I mean, Vici are playing really good lately, so you don't want to go in there on a loss. But now they're coming in on a really good win, so we'll see what they can do against Vici. I look forward to seeing them play as well. We haven't seen any Vici game
yet.
We
haven't. And that was our first EG series as well, but we'll take a short break, about 5 minutes or so, hopefully, and get ourselves straight into our next series.